All righty, man. What up? What's good? What's happening? It's your boy Big Herb here, and this is Gamma Blerds. We got a guest in today, so let's start off with this. Number one, you've seen him on New Rock Stars. He's a wrestler. He's also a comedian with a special called Big Black and Nerdy, killing it on IG with his comic take on shit happening in the world. He's the host of the Mad Titan podcast, and he is the resident supervillain. Everybody give it up for the homie, Jay motherfucking Washington. What's up, homie?
I didn't know who it was. I heard all them accolades. I thought it was another nigga. Sorry, I didn't know it was me. My bad. I appreciate it. Thank you. No, I appreciate it, y'all. Thank you having me here, man. I'm glad to be here with y'all. Well, at least two of y'all. You figure out which two. Can be interchangeable. That's how you make people ready. That's how you make people ready to fight to the death. You're like, which two is he talking about?
About to say, as soon as you get off of this Discord, it's just gonna be a whole ass argument. I'm the favorite nigga.
It's just me fading into the background. Nope.
I'm just here, man. I'm just here because I was just promised nothing, so that's why I'm here.
We
I'm
appreciate
happy to be here, though. I'm glad to be here, man. I it's a good chance. I'm glad that I was able to have time, shall I say, to be here with y'all. I've been paying attention to people, what y'all been doing weekly. It's been dope. I mean, y'all been sending me the link every freaking week, like I'm a regular nigga to watch it, and I want to curse Herb out, but I'm glad I'm on the show to say it. Like, you ain't got to keep sending me personally the link. We live. You have to learn how that. You are worse than people who hit reply all on emails. Like, you ain't got to keep sending it to me. Like, I know y'all lie. I be in the middle of something. I be like, oh, what do you want? Oh, this. Like, that's literally what. But I'm happy to be here. So
we appreciate you being here.
For those of y'all who don't know, like we was hanging out with him BlurCon of last year, and when we tell you, like, me and Rick was sitting there like, nigga, we really here with Jay. Like, Jay's a fucking star out here, and he's just like we just mingling with him and shit.
I'm gonna tell you something, because here's the thing, Jay don't. I'm gonna tell you, I swear to God, I just had the discussion with somebody a couple of days ago. My homegirl, she's a musician. She's at Coachella right now. She was like, "Do you not realize who you are?" I was like, "A regular nigga." She was like, "No."
Oh.
I was like, "What do you mean?" She was like, "You do realize you're a famous celebrity." I was like, "How you figure?" She was like, "People know you damn everywhere. People will be like, oh my God, it's you. Do you never?" I'm like, I have no idea. I'm so used to being the dude, just the Chicago boy, and just being like, yo, I'm just good with people if you good with me. I didn't ever think it was like, oh, people like, oh, this is. I'm like, oh, it's the way I feel when I'm around. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Same way you feel around John Bernthal. Yeah, that's us to you, man.
Legit is how when I was sitting. Let me tell you something. For those who don't know, I did a show called American Gigolo with John. We did it 3 years ago now. We only got one season because he went back to doing something else, which I get it. But it was just being around him and just having a regular conversation with him. I'm like, in my head, I'm like, do you realize who you are, fam? Like, yo, you that Nick. And I'm not saying I'm on John's level, but it's always like when people are, when you guys said that and whatnot, and I'm like, I'm just a regular dude here with y'all. And then I realized, as more people realized who I was at BlurCon, I was like, oh, okay.
And you see why I'm trying to, like, yo, you need to be out here, bro.
Bro. I was like, okay.
Real shit. When I approached you at BlurCon, I was just like, hey, what's up, Jay? Like, just talking whatever. You pulled me to the side and was like, yeah, let's go over here and talk. I was like, talk about what? Like, this thing wants to. We're continuing this call. Oh, okay, all right, fine. Let's go. I'm rock with it. So,
like, hey man, can we get the fuck? Hey man, look, I have a bad thing. Like, I have this happen a lot at different Comic Cons, and this really happens. Like, when I'm talking to somebody, and I might know you personally or whatever the case may be, and I will see someone out my peripheral staring, waiting to have a conversation with me, and I'm like, that is the most disturbing thing in my life. Like, I can feel you just staring, so I'm like, I'm gonna move on because I had that happen. I've had it happen, and I see how people have it happen. But now, like, I I thank y'all for being as dope as y'all are and has been accepting and just cool people. Because if y'all weren't cool people, I swear to God, I would be here just as, all right, guys, so what are we doing? Okay, cool, thank you. Let's get to it. I'd be just like that. But I was actually, I was like, oh yeah, they'll start at 2. I'll come on a little after 1, which I was like, why am I here so early? But thank y'all.
We appreciate you coming through.
We really do. We really do.
Before we go further, we want to send a birthday shout out to the homie Cam. Cam has officially turned 44, but he is a fucking vampire because this motherfucker just doesn't look like he ages. So happy birthday, homie.
Love you, dude. So yeah, all right, let's go ahead and get into the show. We got some things lined up we want to talk about. Just like, in usual, as in general, the world has been getting crazier and crazier. Things are popping up that we never thought we would see in a million fucking years. And I swear to God, I feel like Jurassic Park is real. It's about to happen. The reason why I say that is because, they have cross-contaminated and cloned and produced Direwolves. If anybody watched Game of Thrones, I know Rick ain't watching. But anyway, don't say shit. Shut up. I don't want to hear your mouth. But if you watch Game of Thrones, you've seen what a direwolf was, what it was depicted as. It's a wolf that's as big as a lion. Yo, can you imagine if these Jones break out and breed with the regular population of wolves out there? Shit's gonna be crazy.
Bear wolf. Bear wolf.
Yes.
Bro. Can I please interject?
Go ahead, absolutely.
I've been talking about this on stage all week. I said, I don't know if y'all understand this. Direwolves were actually real, but they were extinct 17,000 years ago. There is a reason God was like, we don't need these no more. Now you finna have niggas out here breeding direwolf. Hey, bro, I got them direwolf puppies. What? I don't want to see niggas that put direwolf puppies in the milk crate. Niggas gonna be walking direwolves down the street with a chain or an extension cord. Come here, Sammy. Nigga, I don't want to see. I know how this ends. We've all seen Jurassic Park. The 4 of us die first. We are niggas. They take us out. Them direwolves gonna be like, I've had dark meat. And then it's gonna be just a thing. No, I'm sorry. It's really upsetting. Very upsetting.
They really think we're gonna be out here with Timbs and fucking direwolves on chains and shit.
But act like you're not gonna see a New York nigga like AB. You wanna see my wolf be? My wolf!
Listen. I got a hot take. I want one, and I'm gonna get one. And not only am I gonna get one, I'm gonna walk the motherfucking full Kratos cosplay with no shirt on, with an axe on my back, covered in white ashes. I don't know whose family member yet, but maybe someone. But I want one, and I'm gonna get it.
Nigga, I'm a family member. Keep that shit on that side. Don't do that shit. Nah, fuck that. We don't want none of that. Because my fear is
when
niggas.
You hear when you hear the police to snatch Rick's big ass up off the street, you know what happened.
I'm gonna be aware. But it's gonna be some nigga out there that's gonna crossbreed them with a pit bull. It's gonna happen. So we're gonna have giant pit bulls.
So that's the crazy thing. But also, so not only are they got direwolves, but also y'all forgot the woolly mammoth is on his way back too, right?
Oh shit! Yeah, I did hear.
They clone those. Those are on their way back too. Yeah.
Because they started out with a woolly mouse, and they found a way to get the gene and separate the gene because they did the splicer thing or mixer thing. Yeah.
The fuck?
It's coming, Joe. It's coming. Yeah.
Somebody explain to me, please. Why in the whole entire do we need living Snuffleupagus running around here? I don't need to see a bunch of furry ass. Hey birds. Hey birds. No. What the fuck? Look, I am a science nerd. I have always been a science fan. I've loved the innovation science has made. It is the reason we have a lot of things, science and technology. I understand science is at the forefront of trying to make more food, non-GMO food, but like shit like that. But there is a reason God was like, you don't need to be here no more. God told us We don't need hairy elephants. God told us we don't need big-ass werewolf dogs. God was like, there's no reason for this. So why in the whole sacrilegious fuck are scientists like, we got a grant to do something? What should we do? Should we cure cancer? Nah. Should we cure AIDS? We already got it. Don't tell nobody. What should we do? Make new cheese? Fuck that cheese. Save babies? Fuck them kids. What do you want? A new puppy. Why?
That's just what it is.
Yeah.
Just what
Listen. They keep finding fucking viruses in the Antarctic and shit, and like unfreezing those and putting them in petri dishes and shit. So it's like you said earlier, Jurassic Park is coming. Like, we about to get some shit that took out the first couple levels of mankind coming back now with all these soft ass people running around who can't really deal with the sniffles. So it's about to get real interesting.
Real deadly is what we. But I mean, it's just like we said, the world is getting crazier and crazier. But at least in the entertainment space, we've got a lot of stuff coming down the line that's going to keep us, while we're trapped inside our houses, entertained as mammoths and Jurassic and T-Rexes are running around outside. But we had the drop of Black Mirror. They came back. They finally came back with, what is it, season 7? So we got that drop. I didn't get a chance to watch it yet. I've been a little busy, but I'm chomping at the bit to get into this, because if you guys have never watched it off of Netflix, you definitely should get out there and give it a chance, because it's going to captivate your imagination. It's everything that we've imagined. They've pretty much produced and created a version of it, and also made it a horror aspect to it in some cases. But for those of you who did see it here on the panel, what did you think of it so far? Anybody go first?
Charlie Brooker, the dude who created it. He said the reason it took so long was he was like, I can't create anything scarier than the world actually is right now. And I only saw the first 2 episodes, but the first episode, it has now become almost a warning. You can if you Google Black Mirror season 7, there's almost this thing everybody will say, whatever you do not start with the first episode. Do not start. It's called Common People. Do not start with that, because it will mess your man. I'm in my own Discord group, and I'm telling you, everybody was like, I just saw the first episode and I need a minute. You don't know how to really process what you watched, because it's so close to real. Again, everything is damn near close to real, but this one is so like, oh my Lord. It will have you, so you're gonna need it. You're like, I got nothing.
This nigga's befuddled.
Yeah.
That's literally so. And again, I love it. I've always loved the show. I do think they're, just as any hit show, some of its episodes have been misses for me, but for the ones that have been misses for me, people have loved them. So,
I mean, so Jay, you started in the right order. I started in reverse order. Like, I watched the last episode first, and then went to the second episode. The last episode is the USS
Callister.
Yes, the USS Callister. It's the continuation of that story. That's a heavy one to watch, especially with a continuation of it. Like that one is it's really captivating. But the second to last episode, that one's called Eulogy, and it has Paul Giamatti in it. And that one, man, like that one's depressing as fuck. I'm gonna say that right now. Like it's one of those that teaches you about, getting lost in your own selfishness, especially in a relationship, and like missing those moments that you thought that, like, if you can go back to a moment in your life and look at it from a different perspective and get different clues and get different things that you may have missed, and you've been interpreted and holding on to some negative energy or some negative feelings about someone for shit, it seemed like 30 years or whatever. Meanwhile, you missed completely what was going on in that scenario, and it's about loss and regret. And man, like that episode right there, like the fact that it's Paul Giamatti basically just doing like a one-man thing, a one-man show with like an AI, like the shit is, it's like, damn, like maybe I need to go get some pictures out and look at some scenarios, and maybe I missed some shit that I need to go back and rethink and you know what I mean, I'll go apologize to some exes or some shit like that.
I ain't apologizing to none of them bitches.
Listen, when you watch, look, you're gonna watch Eulogy, you're gonna be like, man, my bad, bitch.
Nah, ain't never. Ain't no way. Herb, did you get a chance to see it?
I didn't get a chance to watch it, but I'm definitely gonna watch it after this.
Yeah, I'm watching episode 1 right after this show, just because I want to.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm sorry to cut you off, Trey. But out of all the episodes you've seen, though, what would you say is like one of your favorites?
The one I laughed the most. It was horrible, but I laughed. Was the pig fucker. The dude where he had to screw the pig to save the girl.
The very first one out the gate.
I was cracking the hell up the whole time. Like, he's gonna fuck this pig. He's gonna fuck this pig. This shit's
and they
hilarious.
gave him Viagra, and he had to go till he complete.
It was so bad. It was so bad. And the girl just walking down the street. She's free. Like, yeah, that was the most. So I get kind of confused between that and Love, Death, and Robots, because they've had some twisted stuff too. So I don't know if that was necessarily. But the Lady of the Lake, I think that might be Love, Death, and Robots, where the girl was covered in gold.
That's Love, Death, and Robots.
Okay, yeah. So those two stand.
The trailer for that dropped too. Did you see the trailer? I
haven't seen the trailer for that yet. I knew that was on the way after this is coming. I knew that was on the way. So yeah, I'll definitely be on both of them. Yeah.
Herb, you got a favorite episode of?
The last one that I could just recall coming out as the one with Anthony Mackie. That was.
I was about to say, Herb, you look like Fighting Vipers. Yeah, I was about to say Fighting Vipers is Herb's favorite. I was gonna say that, but I didn't want to fuck with you. But you went ahead and fulfilled it.
I remember when that episode dropped, I tweeted out, I said, hey, they taking this Marvel versus DC shit a little bit too far now. Yo,
me and Cam used to play Street Fighter all the time. We would be going back and forth. We have not played Street Fighter since that episode.
Niggas started staying away from Cammy and Chun-Li. It was like, you know what? Nah, we good.
No, we good. We all right.
I don't need to play this no more.
It was White Christmas for me.
Which one was that?
No, you good.
Do you remember White Christmas? The one where when you see people, when they do something fucked up in life, they can be blown out like static.
Yes. Okay, that was a good one. That was a damn good one.
I'm going to tell you why that's my favorite. Because my brain is so petty and so creative. I have learned to treat people I don't fuck with in real life like that. You are a block of static to me. And I know it's bogus. But fuck just...
Man, there's definitely one person out in particular I know that you, but I'm not even gonna bring it up, so I'm just gonna be quiet.
Rick, go ahead. He jumping the shark. Go ahead, shut up.
So my favorite episode is either Whitehall or Crocodile, right? I believe Crocodile is the complete. It's just whatever can go wrong will go wrong. Like that shit. That episode is just. Oh, yeah. It starts off going downhill on a bike, and then halfway through it, the handlebars just fucking break off. And it's like you have no control. Like the shit is the Crocodile is the perfect name because it's dragging your ass down to deep water and drowning you. Like that's a fucked up episode. And I believe it's either I think it's Whitehall, but it's the one where the girl is essentially like in that little prison camp, and they got her running that scenario over and over again.
Her killing the little girl?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because like that episode will fuck you up because you start to feel sorry for the girl after a while because you're like, yo, this is torture. Then you find out what she did. You're like, oh, fuck it. Send the bitch back to it again. Like, you're a child murderer. You're the worst.
Real quick, checking out some of the comments over on YouTube. Let's see. My bad. I'm sorry. This is not my usual setup. Sega Saturn Pals. What's up? Did you see RDJ's hairstyle and suit for Doomsday on his 60th birthday invitation at London? I didn't see that. But Ebony Wiggins, what's up? Gang, gang. She says, gang, gang. Genocide Circus. All that, and you both still bad at the game. You can kiss my entire black ass. Anyway, I'm bad now because I haven't played since Striking Vipers came out. That shit was just like, nah, we good. I'm not playing the game. All right.
Shout out to Sega Saturn's mom. So yeah.
Yeah. What's good, Miles? But yeah. So moving right along. We do have the drop of another show that's gonna be coming out on Disney Plus. They've been giving a couple of bangers as of lately. Predator, Killer of Killers.
$13 a month.
Yeah, because that shit was about to be turned off a couple years ago. But
it's cheaper than Netflix at this point.
Well, Netflix without commercials. But yeah. Predator Killer of Killers is going to be an animated series. It's going to be on Disney Plus, and they're definitely stepping out of the shadow of the Disney we only do children's stuff, because this is going to be bloody and gory. When they obtain the Fox rights to everything, they're just letting it go. You think they would turn the Predator or the Alien to a Disney princess, but nah, we getting real shit. Did you guys get a chance to see? Did you guys get a chance to see the trailer?
Yes. Disney princess? Your Grace, you are one ugly mother.
Hey, you can imagine it though. You know how you feel. I'm not the only person that felt that way when they obtained all the rights to everything. Like, they're gonna make everything kitty.
I agree, but I think the fact that they're doing an animated version allows them to do so much more with Predator than what it's close to. If you've ever read Predator comics, like, because now you can do all that, which is dope.
Yeah.
I mean, because I saw it right like 20 minutes before we did started the show. First of all, the animation, it looks like the one from Spider-Man Beyond the Spider Universe. I kind of am into that animation now, so shout out to them for that. But just I feel like they should have put the Red Band trailer on it, because out the gate, not even 5 seconds in, you see bloodshed and just chopped in half, and I'm like, wow, you have my attention. Let's go.
Hey, it worked.
I'm not sure, but I believe this is supposed to be a prequel for the next movie, or like a setup for the next movie.
It's in feudal Japan.
Yes. Yeah.
It's him versus it's the Predator and Samurais.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I know everybody's been excited about that since that one scene in the movie Predators from a few years ago. Mm-hmm. But like after Prey, after that came out, and I didn't know that I needed to see Predators versus Native Americans until I got it, and then it became one of my favorite movies. So at this point right now, like I'm very excited about the direction that Predators is going into, and like the realm they're taking to. So yeah, I'm gonna watch all of this, and the fact that it's in feudal Japan, like, I need that. What's up? What you got, Jay?
All right, I have a question. Am I the only person who is now starting to feel like, hey, all these Predators are whole bitches? Here's why. Hear me out. You're probably wondering, I ain't gonna call a Predator a whole bitch. They always track and stalk the greatest warriors, right? Mm-hmm. Their whole thing is about conflict with the greatest warriors. And to the greatest warriors they always fight, that we've always seen, even when it came to the aliens, have been head up, I see you, right? Every single Predator gotta go invisible. You bitch. Like, it's literally sneak attacks. If you think about it, once they go, that's how they kill, like, once they go invisible. Whenever they go visible, these mogs die.
Yep.
So
Absolutely.
if you are one of the greatest warriors, you can't fight head up. You a bit, but only when this nigga picked up a bear in Prey, when I was like, oh shit. I picked the bear. Oh shit. Bears, you got the bear in the air like a backwards puppy, like, hey! What?
Listen, he realized he had to pick that bear up once that bear threw that fucking punch. Like, that bear threw a punch in his ass, and the Predator was like, "Oh, nigga, you get the whole blades now. Fuck you." But no, I mean, actually, you're right. You know what I mean? Like, so the crazy thing about it is after again, I got to reference this movie because I got the shit on Blu-ray and I watch it time to time. Predators, when they got beat by not buff but buff Adrian Brody, like that kind of made them slide a little bit. It's like, y'all niggas lost to the pianist? The pianist? This nigga? Like, come on, man. What we doing?
He lost to his nose.
Yo, it's that Family Guy episode is coming through the screen.
They lost to Adrian Brody's nose. They didn't lose to Adrian Brody. They lost that nigga's nose. Like,
they lost the white suit at the end of the day. So
you know who was supposed to have been in it though?
Who?
You know, Arnold Schwarzenegger or Danny Glover was actually one of the two of them were supposed to be Lawrence Fishburne's character.
Oh wow!
Because that was the whole point of it. It was supposed to be them trying to get revenge on him. One of them.
So So Danny Glover was supposed to be Lawrence Fishburne, and Schwarzenegger was supposed to show up at the end.
Oh, okay, yeah. I knew
that would have made it so much better.
They were supposed to have been in it.
Did you ever find out why they didn't do them?
I believe Danny Glover really said, "I'm too old for this shit." Schwarzenegger was shooting something else.
Fair enough.
Yeah, Danny Glover is 187 years old.
Is that nigga still alive?
Yes.
Damn.
Nigga,
you realize on the first Lethal Weapon, he was like 45 years old.
I did not realize that. I did not realize that.
He's old as fuck.
Which I don't realize
is he 45 in movie age or 45 in real age?
In real age. What you gonna say, Rick?
I'm gonna look it up right now as we speak. But yeah,
I was gonna say, what y'all don't realize is him and Morgan Freeman be riding around looking for the same bitches.
Exactly.
Wait a minute, no. Morgan? You remember about Morgan? Anyway.
Danny Glover is 78 years old right now. So
hey, Tracy's got a point there. Because Morgan fucking his step granddaughter or whoever she is.
There you go. Still. Anyway, but
he giving her that freckle dick.
Oh God.
And it was still this evening. Mr. Freeman laid down the penis. Put down the.
I don't use prophylactic. I'm
sorry to everybody that just had that thought in their head because I'm mad that
Horrible.
He was 40 years old when he did the first Lethal Weapon.
So how old was he when he did The Color Purple?
Shit.
Damn. Anyway.
Look, the age he did the Lethal Weapon.
I mean, yeah, he did.
I just want everybody. I don't know about y'all. This is getting really disturbing when you realize how old it is. You're like, oh shit.
Listen, I'm not. Well, hold on, real quick. So it's disturbing, but also it gives me a little bit of hope because you realize these black actors are getting their breaks in their late 40s. So it's still hope, nigga. I mean, you're telling me there's a chance.
Listen, I will agree. Look, Morgan Freeman was like, I was 97 years old when they finally gave me the real money. And you're like, yes, Mr. Freeman. Yes, you were. I want to get to the point when I'm at my age in my career, you know, I am on the other side of 40. Thank God for water. Drinking a lot of coconut water too. But I want to get to that point where I'm at the Denzel Washington level and not just in acting accolades and stuff. I'm talking about to the point where I can start saying whatever the fuck I feel in interviews, and you don't get to say nothing. I want to be able to tell you about all the wild shit I do. Y'all heard about? Did you see his Gladiator 2 press run?
I didn't pay attention to it. I heard that he said something wild, but I didn't hear what it was.
The nigga said, and I quote, "I used to do heroin like everyone else, but I never got addicted." I'm sorry, what? The nigga says he finishes a movie, goes on a yacht, go on a bender, do all the drugs and everything, then do 30-day rehab, come back and like, let's get to work. Nigga, what?
He said, I'm leaving here with something.
Go ahead, Rick.
I have a new life goal.
No, you don't. No, you don't. Cuzzo, no, you don't. No,
I have a new life goal.
No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. Anyway, let's get back to the killing.
Get the coke on the. They got to finish the movie. Get the bitches, get the coke, get the yacht.
Oh my God. Speaking of wild times, another show that's being dropped on Amazon. I mean, not Amazon, Apple TV. I know a lot of people don't have Apple TV unless you got an iPhone and you got the subscription. But Alexander Skarsgård is starring in a new show called Murderbot. It's going to be dropping on May 16th, where basically it's an android that gains sentience and essentially is trying to protect people. But he names himself Murderbot. And the people find out because they run the program and read his dialogue and realize, oh, you called yourself Murderbot. And he's just murking things. If you see the trailer it's up on YouTube now. Check that out. I'm kind of excited to see this one. I do have Apple TV because, you know, I am an Apple. I'm the only Apple user. But I think, Rick got one too. Yeah, my bad. I forgot. Was you? Oh, okay. Anyway, so what do you got? If you guys get a chance to see it, I did send this in the group chat a while ago. So did you get a chance to see the trailer?
So this looks like if the Tesla robot is actually functional, if something that Elon makes to actually work and did what it's supposed to do. I don't know. Like it it feels kind of iRobot-y, but white. So I mean, I like I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna watch it, but like at the same time, I mean, you know, it's just more dystopia for us to like feed into that's slowly but surely coming true every day. You know what I mean? So it looks interesting, and like I'm a fan of the Skarsgårds, but except for Bill and his weird face, because he was doing those Pennywise faces without makeup. Y'all, like that wasn't makeup, that was just him. That shit's weird.
Yeah.
So
yeah. I got halfway because I literally started looking at it right before the show. It looks weird as the fuck. But hey, it's TV, but it's not far off from reality either. So I mean shit. I mean I guess I'll look into our future. So
yeah, let's hope that's not far off in the future. We don't need murderous gospel.
I have a question.
Yeah.
I have a question. Am I the only one who, amongst the panel and maybe people watching, who thinks Herb sounds like he's trapped in a closet? Like,
I mean, technically, I'm in the patio section in my grandmother's spot, so I mean, if you hear the echo, that's probably why.
Nigga, I don't hear I hear like you talking through the camera in the computer. Like it don't sound like nothing's coming from the microphone. I was wondering because like he sound like he hollow and like he just got the mic there, but he sound like the mic is just there for show. Like it's not even really plugged up. Like it's just.
I'm an AI. What can I say? I'm an AI at this point. So I mean,
am I the only? Am I going crazy? Like talking to the microphone.
No, Jay, you're not going crazy. It's just this is kind of one of the things that we expect from her. We expect from her to do some wild shit. So it's just like that. You notice me and Trey ain't flinch about it, but it was driving you crazy. I was like, when I first heard him start talking, I was just like, you know what? It's Herb.
It's Herb. It's Herb. It's how he does it. It's how he does it. Like
I was wondering, like
every week. Every week, Jay. Every week.
Ladies and gentlemen.
For the last 5 years. He's been doing this shit. But yeah. Jay, did you get a chance to see the trailer?
Hi, I'm Jay Washington, avid Android user and consistent Apple TV Plus denier. I have not watched anything for that network because I have no reason to, because I'm not going to be able to watch it. So therefore, I'm not watching shit about any show. I will read the cliff notes online. Thank you. This has been a letter. Signed, management.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
Sorry, I get frustrated. Everybody, you ain't gonna watch the Apple TV Plus. You ain't watching Savage. You ain't watching this. You ain't get an iPhone. Shut the fuck up.
Sorry. You don't have to have an iPhone to watch it.
I don't give a fuck. I don't want nothing. I'm sorry.
Hold on, Trey, what you don't realize is me and Rick already had this conversation when he came to BlerdCon. He's like, I don't fuck with y'all with that. I fuck with y'all, but I don't fuck with no goddamn that. All right, bro. You got it.
Well, let me create some more enemies for the panel as well. I haven't watched Severance, and I don't plan on watching.
I'm not watching Severance. I have Apple TV. I'm not watching. I tried. I gave it the usual 3-episode try. I could not get into it. Ted Lasso, though, that is a good show. That's a damn good show. But yeah.
That's awesome show, yeah.
So, but yeah.
I've hung with Brett Goldstein several times. The man's super cool. Does stand up, funny dude. He told me, he was like, I'm a fan of yours. And I was like, oh my God! you a fan? Oh, daddy. And I shouldn't have said daddy out loud, but that's what was in my head. Like,
I can't.
I'm sorry.
We talk about Ted Laszlo.
Laszlo? Ted Laszlo? Who the fuck is Ted Laszlo?
I said
Lasso.
Oh, I said Laszlo. Laszlo.
That's Herb's echo fucking with me. Now I lost my train of thought. Move on to the next subject.
Peacemaker 2. So we don't know what to tell you about this one. We got 5-second clip trailer. Obviously.
Pretty much.
Obviously. But yeah, we got a 5-second 5-second clip in a amalgam trailer for everything that's coming out for the Max streaming service. It's literally John Cena with a Hawaiian shirt giving a thumbs up. That's it. Any comments about that? No? All right, moving on. This week, it's going to be one of those shows, people. It is what it is. Daredevil episode 8. Sorry, damn. I hope we get it season 8. But episode 8 dropped on Tuesday. And yeah, they definitely stepped it up on this one. I'm the guy who wants more comic accurate things. I want more of him in the suit, yes, but I understand before people I know somebody gonna be in the comments before people get mad at me They're building the story outside of the suit. This is about the man, not necessarily the character that he's playing. I just want to see him kick more ass in the suit. But this week we got more of him and the intrigue between him and Wilson Fisk, and a big reveal towards the end of the episode before the big event. Guys, go ahead and tell us what you thought about this week's episode. Starting with you, Herb.
Okay, fucking bullseye. That alone, my nigga. You spit your tooth out and kill a damn security guard. Rob fucking bug. I'm amazed that every single time I see this motherfucker, he gets something, he can just take anybody out, even with a tooth. So that right there. I feel for what's the name, my man Daredevil, Matt Murdock right in a second, because the fact that his girlfriend thinks that she really was the one who took him out, when no, you were fucking distracted, bitch. No, I took him out. You put the finishing touches on it. No.
Hey, time out, Herb. Time out real quick. I got it, Rick. I got it. Check in the comments over on YouTube. Genocide Circus. It's okay, Herb. You coming in loud and clear. Also, let me get a dozen Mulberry biscuits and a large dirty rice and 4 bacon, egg, and cheese breakfast sandwiches.
This nigga talk like he's giving orders back. I just don't know. Hey, can I get a Daredevil season 3 with 2 Daredevil suits, and can I please get a Wilson Fisk on the side?
Go ahead.
This nigga sound like. Keep talking. I'll just listen from a distance.
No, I think he's done. We're gonna move on. The intrigue of this episode, like the tension building of this show is amazing. It's outstanding in my opinion. We were talking earlier before the show, and the part of the show that really just made me like jump back and get a little bit pissed off was Heather talking about I saved myself. Meanwhile, this nigga Matt just had a whole fight to the death with a crazy person in a fucking canvas suit. You know what I mean? And she just gonna sit there and say I saved myself. That shit was a little triggering. But the rest of it, I mean, like Matt going to the prison once he figured out that that Vanessa had Foggy killed, so that he could go so that he could go meet with Bullseye and try and figure out who hired him to kill Foggy. Like that shit was crazy. Like Matt just going off and slamming this motherfucker's his face on the desk or whatever, like he didn't, and then telling the guard he started slamming his face. I'm like, I know that guard was just sitting there looking through the window at y'all. Like he was watching what happened, and he was just like, I don't give a fuck. Like,
yeah, he's a cop killer.
That is where Matt is at right now, and it's just showing all over the place. But I mean, also the end of the episode, the words of Bullseye, you can tell got to Matt. You know what I mean? Like he said, a good man would defend his worst enemy, and that's what we got to at the end of the episode, which again was also very, very intriguing to me. Like there's a lot of setups going on with this show, but I mean, at the same time, it's giving us a lot to chew on and a lot to deal with. You know what I mean? Like also. Again, like I've been talking about every time we talk about this show, Vanessa is in some instances way more dangerous than Wilson. Like she's
Thank you.
Like when Vanessa scares the shit out of me. Like Fisk is intimidating, but that's the muscle right there. That's the one you don't fuck with, and she shows you that every week.
This bitch killed a side nigga. She was like, well, we gotta move on. And blew this nigga. The nigga was dead. Okay, 2 shots, he was gone. And gave him a dome shot for good measure. But that's the thing you're finding out. That while he was gone, while Kingpin was gone, she was the queen pin, and she was way more dangerous than everything he did. My buddy Jonathan London sent me this text message, and I want y'all to hear it. I posted a thing about Matt Murdock going through it. This is what he texted me. I'm just a boy standing in front of his Disney Plus subscription, asking Daredevil to show up in a Dare show with Daredevil in the title. I was like, I get it. And I don't know how much a lot of y'all fans might know, or you guys might know. This is a rewritten show. Okay, just what y'all know. They rewrote and shot the whole show. The nigga was never in the suit in the original. When I say never, I mean never. They always wanted a drama because Matt Murdock's whole thing is more about legal drama. You know, yes, it's dope to see him in the suit, you know, shooting the Billy Club, which now my Instagram algorithm, not my Instagram algorithm, my YouTube algorithm, because I was wondering, how do you make one of them? And then I realized a lot of white people have made it. And I was like, well, that tracks. And so a lot of white people running around here with functioning Billy Clubs. And I was like, that is terrifying. Just so people don't understand, seeing white people with Billy Clubs, you know what's more terrifying? A whole conclave group of white men dressed as Indiana Jones carrying whips, taking a photo shoot. As a black person, I walk the other way. Anyway, it is a lot, but I think the problem is there's so much complexity, but only a couple episodes left, if not one.
It's one
episode left. Yeah. So you have so much, and you have so much happening, and it's like, how do you? I mean, we already know they're shooting season 2. We know that's the thing, but it's like, what's the? I'm one of those people that love letting the show play out, right? Mm-hmm. But the resolution is like, there's going to be so much open-ended for all of this. You know, does he find out Fisk is now trying to, or does Fisk decide, yo, I'm the kingpin, who just happens to be the mayor? Because as you see, Fisk is trying to keep from being the kingpin. Yeah. You know, you got Matt Murdock, who told Cherry, hey, nigga, the cat's out the bag, Genie's out the bottle, I'm back in the suit. I don't know what you want from me. Like, damn. He was like, I don't know what you want from me. But I think we are getting enough of him in the suit the way it works, because if you see all of him as just Daredevil, when do you see Matt Murdock? You know what I'm saying? It's like trying to find this balance. And I think this episode gave us some of the balance. Well, the last episode gave us balance, him being in the suit in the daytime.
Yeah.
So I think that's one of the big things about the show, is showing the duality of the two characters. You know what I mean? Showing Wilson and showing Matt, but also showing Kingpin and Daredevil. I think by the end of this season and at the beginning of season 2, I think Fisk is going to be on his full life fuck it mode too. Like, he's just going to be like, you know what? I tried to come out here and be like, you know, presidential, so to speak. I tried to be regal, tried to be mayoral, and it's not working. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go full Trump for you bitches, and I'm just going to rule the city with an iron fist. That's kind of the way I see it, and that's going to force, and like, I think we like people, that is one of the complaints that I've heard a lot of, is people saying we don't get to see Matt in the suit enough. I think season 2, just based off some of the behind the scenes photos that we've seen, I think you're gonna get a lot of Matt in the suit, and I think you're gonna get a lot of Matt fucking people up in the suit. Like, we've seen some ass whooping going this season. I think next season this is gonna be like, I'm serving out fist for everybody. That's all I got. That's all I got. I got a Billy Club and I got fist, and you're gonna get one or the other.
Well, we're definitely gonna get. Go ahead.
I was saying, do you think Punisher's gonna make an appearance? Like, gonna really make an appearance next season?
That's what I was gonna say, because they've been teasing the Defenders essentially making the reemergence. They're gonna have a giant threat for them to come together and, you know, come out of their respective cracks or corner. I'm sorry, wherever they are, and come in and join in to defeat a force. One possible option could be, I think it's from the Shadowland comic. It's either Shadowland, I forgot what it is, but where basically Wilson Fisk gets the powers of the Purple Man. Now, I know Zebediah Killgrave is dead in the MCU, but people can come back to life. That's something that can happen. We also have, I got you, I'm gonna let you go next. We also have the Hand, which has yet to make a reappearance, which is a major foil for Daredevil. So I think that those will play a major role in the coming seasons, or coming episode, not necessarily, but the coming season, where they bring back some of these evil people that he's fought. Go ahead, Jay.
You said Killgrave is dead in the MCU. Here's why this is that's why it's a tricky statement. Because the first seasons, and that's what he was in Jessica Jones, the first seasons of the shows, Netflix shows, were considered the MCU, right? But if you remember, all of a sudden they distance themselves away from the Marvel universe as a whole. Mm-hmm. So now it's like bits and pieces. So it wouldn't surprise me if, with everything that's going on, they somehow find a way to bring back the Purple Man. It wouldn't surprise me at this rate. Mm. But I don't think I get what you're saying. Like, we might not get that. I just, look, if you notice one thing too about the season, he's putting on weight.
Yeah.
Look at the suits. He's getting bigger. He's getting to be the Kingpin.
Yeah.
He's doing both. And so you're getting a lot. I think. So first off, the Punisher is getting a special presentation.
Yep.
So We don't have. He's not getting the whole season. Everybody's wanting. He's getting a special presentation. And yeah, what you got to say, her? We've
no, because I'm thinking when you say that he's getting a special presentation, kind of makes me feel like, what if we get him and Hawkeye in the same? Because I mean, they damn near are in the same universe. I mean, because you had Hawkeye dealing with Wilson Fisk at one point. I mean, why the hell not put both of them together at some point? Like, hey, I mean, before we got him right before what was the scene right before? What was the character that he turned into right in Endgame?
Ronin.
The Ronin.
We go right before he turns into Ronin.
Hey, I have a question. Hey, Rick, Trey, can y'all do me a favor? Can y'all stop him from talking?
No, because you took words out of my house. I was about to like, hey, mute his mic. So the Punisher special presentation is going to be interesting. I'm curious to see where that goes. But like, I mean, I think we're not going to get like the whole Defenders thing. I think this is just going to be Matt versus Wilson. Like, I think the first 2 seasons of this show are going to be Matt versus Wilson. So it is, again, the threat is the clear and present threat is right there in front of him, and it's now become a 3-headed threat. It's not just the Kingpin, but it's the Queenpin, and now you got crazy ass Bullseye, who also, if like Trey, you talk about comic accuracy. You notice that Poindexter is slipping more and more into comic accurate Bullseye. Mm-hmm. Like, he's getting crazier and crazier every time we see him. Yeah. And that's the shit right there that's just like, that motherfucker worries me, because
he should.
To everybody to those of y'all watching, if you don't know about comic book Bullseye, go read some shit, because he's fucking terrifying.
So speaking of Hawkeye, when they had the Dark Avengers, Bullseye took on the mantle of Hawkeye. So he was taking people out with the bow and arrow, but he would just say fuck it and just grab a pencil and throw it at him. You like, Bullseye is a certified psychotic. Like, he does not care.
There's fried chicken in the background.
Sorry, that's the sink. My bad. Somebody's running water in my kitchen.
Oh,
my bad. But yeah, the mic is really good.
The most niggery shit ever. You should this nigga doing a podcast, fried chicken.
And let me get the big piece of chicken.
But yeah, definitely go ahead. Definitely go ahead and check out some Bullseye in the comics. Definitely look at I want to say it's Shadowland, where he took on a whole slew of hand ninjas by himself, and it's definitely epic. And I hope we get something like that. But I do agree that this season, potentially the next season, will consist of him and that trifecta of fighting. But the Defender stuff will come up later, and it's I think Marvel likes to do the big bad, and they like to do the culmination of everybody coming together. So I think we'll get something like that, where we have all the Defenders coming in, and potentially, if we can get it in the schedule, Spider-Man swinging through and kicking everybody's ass too. All right. So
you gotta remember, sorry, real quick.
Yeah.
Real fast. Well, they're doing the whole Brand New Day storyline. So he's just known to be swinging around. Yeah. We've already had Kingpin reference him, in the first episode. He's already referenced him. So he's there in New York, but I think he's more so just in Queens.
Yeah. He's probably just staying there. And also we have the Vigilantes. So we might get to see him. We don't know. But go ahead.
No.
Oh, okay. All right. So next up we got Sinners. Sinners is the movie Michael B. Jordan. Sorry, my iPad just died because I ain't charged it. Michael B. Jordan's movie that's dropping. I don't have a date for it. I think it's next weekend.
April 18th.
April 18th.
I got you. It's April 18th. It's Ryan Coogler's next movie, starring him and his constant collaborator Michael B. Jordan. This is a horror thriller set in the 1930s. Michael B. Jordan plays 2 twin brothers, and essentially they're trying to basically the synopsis is they're trying to escape their violent past, but they come into essentially vampires. And from the looks of things, it looks like KKK vampires, just from the trailers, if you want to go that route with it. But I mean, the early reviews are coming back. It's getting nothing but 10s and 9s, and it's one of the better movies out. Some people call it the movie of the year. What, Jay?
I'm just talking. First of all, KKK vampires against niggas in the 30s is hilarious, because like, we need blood. I don't want that tainted nigger blood.
Well, Well, Jebediah, you gotta eat something.
You gotta eat, Earl. You gotta eat. I'd rather die before I suck on a darkie's neck. Like,
well. Speaking of that, speaking of racism, one of the stars of the movie is Haley Steinfeld, and her fiance is Josh Allen of the Buffalo Bills. Who, look up his history, Google it, it's out there. So one of the jokes going around so far is like her and Michael B. Jordan have such good chemistry that one, Shameik Moore is crashing out, but also Josh Allen is crashing out a little bit too, because like there's a picture of Josh Allen holding Haley Steinfeld's hand at the premiere, and it's like my man got the death grip on the shit. Like, no, get your ass over here. You're with me. Don't go over there and talk to him. So like that's.
You know she's black and Filipino.
Yes, I actually just found that out too.
Bro, that fucked my world up. It's nigga. She is half black, half Filipino. I said, what? I thought that was a whole little white woman. And bro, I was like, oh, this is what it is. Josh Allen needs some darkness to be like, I'm having sex with some black woman.
So that's the reason why he plays like Cam Newton. Got it. That shit.
No, but no, real quick. Like I said, the reviews are very high for this movie so far. Like, apparently they've been giving standing ovations at the end of it. Are y'all checking on Sanders for opening weekend, or like, are you excited for this movie? So what do y'all think about it?
Oh yeah, I'm definitely excited for this. I'm going to go see. My fiance is trying to convince me to go see Minecraft as opposed to seeing this, and I'm like, I love you, but fuck them kids. We gonna go see Sinners. I don't care.
Yeah, I want to go and see it Friday, but apparently I'm scheduled for overtime, so we're gonna have to find a way for me to go and see it, probably on that Monday before after WrestleMania. So yeah, definitely gonna go and see it. No, I'm thoroughly ready to see it, because I mean these guys just don't miss when it comes to collaborations. I mean, Fruitvale Station, awesome movie. Black Panther, awesome movie. I mean, they just work together. It's perfect.
He's done, Jay. He's done.
Jay, how you feel about this?
It feel like somebody gave this man some cans and a string, and the string connected to the internet. It was just.
Don't show us where you at, nigga. Just hold the mic closer to yourself. Now he's muted. Now he's muted. Good, it's perfect. All right, go ahead, Jay. What's your
sir, this is a Wendy's. Listen. I mean, I think it's dope. Like you said, I think you all have said it best. The two of them together is almost like a can't miss, right? The two of them together, you've had hits, and to hear audiences are applauding and standing up. And I always want to make sure you say the word audiences, because it takes that element of black audiences out. Because people think it's just black audiences who are applauding this, which we're going to do, but you got audiences going like, yo, I'm reading reviews. People like, this shit is, because this is one of the most original movies, and it's something people did not expect, and it's this good. But I think that's another thing also, as an actor and as someone in Hollywood, whatever, we need more of this. We need more original ideas that come to the forefront. And not only are they original ideas, they are done well and received well.
Facts.
That's one of the things that I find so encouraging, and that's why I always try to big him up, like about Ryan Coogler. Like, Ryan Coogler is if not the best, he's one of the best filmmakers in Hollywood right now. Like, if you just go look at something superficial like his Rotten Tomato movie scores, like everything is 80 and above. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, which is crazy. And also, that's going to open up more doors for other black creators and black directors and black people that or writers or whatever. Because I'm hoping, I'm trying to be hopeful, Jay. You know better than I will. I'm trying to be hopeful about that. But I'm hoping that like that'll open more doors to give them more leeway to be able to tell their stories or tell our stories.
Nigga, he's in, and that's it. Look, all of a sudden now, every director who's not him or Ava or Spike Lee is DEI or Tim Story. So like, everybody's gonna feel like, unfortunately, these studios, and I hate to say it this way, these studios are going to treat. What the fuck is that sound? Y'all hear it? I know I'm not losing my mind. Someone's quacking and squeaking like a little mini little.
I heard a duck.
Yes, I heard a duck. Okay, I want to make sure it wasn't me. That's why.
I think it's coming from my side. Y'all keep going. Hold on one second.
Got chicken, got ducks. What kind of operation are y'all running here? Anyway, oh my God. I heard it, and I knew I wasn't tripping. I knew I wasn't losing my butt. What the fuck? All right, I'm sorry. I couldn't be this aggressive. Anyway, you now have it where, unless it's these particular directors, they feel the studios now, this whole, oh, we're anti-DEI, we only want the best, blah, blah, blah. And the problem is, it's not, we only want merit-based, but the directors, the newer black directors, brown directors are showing their merit is worthwhile.
Mm.
But because DEI, woke, CRT, all these things were just like acronyms for, synonyms for black, and the N-word and anything like that to be dismissive. You would hope having a film like this, but you see who it had to, and I'm not taking away anything from Ryan and Michael B. Jordan, but it had to be those two.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it had to be those two. You're not, Jordan is in it now. Jordan Peele, because he has his Oscar, but the breakthrough is going to be slim to none for the next 4 years. The break, like there are some who are ready and prone to break through, but if you haven't already broken through, that's going to be the issue, and that sucks.
Yeah. Well, this is why I say, and I totally agree with you, and I just say we have to support those people who are on the lower ends of things. We have to get behind their. Okay, now I hear it. That's definitely not me, but we got to get behind people who are actually. What the hell?
That's my fault. That was me.
Okay. So I thought it was me. So anyway, we got to support those who are on the up and coming. Like throw her name out there. My cousin Devin. God damn it. She's an aspiring actress who's got a lot of screenplays out there, and I'm always promoting and sharing and doing what I can to get her stuff out there. I don't know what the fuck that noise is. But yeah,
I was gonna say it happened again, and that wasn't me. I didn't move.
I didn't do anything. I've just been talking. All right. So moving on to our last topic today. Y'all know what week it is. We are in WrestleMania season. We got to talk about it. We're going to try to get through it with all the quacking that we hear. But we finally have the completed match card this year. We've got the main event: Roman Reigns, CM Punk, Seth Rollins, undisputed championship between Cody and John Cena. The WWE Women's Championship between Tiffy Time and Charlotte Flair. The World Heavyweight Championship between Gunther and Jay, the Women's World Championship between Io, Rhea, and Bianca, United States Championship between LA Knight and Jacob Fatu, and a slew of other things that could potentially be on the card. What do you guys expectations for this year at WrestleMania? Nah, Herb, you go first because you quacking. Or Jay, if you want to go first, you can.
All right. So, my number one prediction, more than anything else, Paul Heyman is going with Seth Rollins at the end of the day.
Oh, yeah.
Paul Heyman is going with Seth Rollins. I said this last week, even before I did a video on Instagram, and I said it. Everybody thinks what Paul Heyman and Roman Reigns or CM Punk, I said it's almost showing you the architect is an architect for a reason. He's a visionary. He's going with that before this whole now you owe me a favor thing. I think that's happening. I hope that Tiffany and Charlotte can put this little personal beef to the side, because if they can, the match that they should have should be the equivalent of okay, that was quacking now. Okay, one of y'all I ain't touched nothing. That match should be the equivalent of a 5-star match. I'm about to say this. It would not surprise me if Jay Uso does not win.
Been saying that shit. Yes. Keep going. Go ahead.
Because I want him to. That man is the number one star in the company right now.
Mm-hmm.
he even said it. He didn't know he was winning the Rumble till that day. But everything about it, saying, having his brother pump him up, having Gunther beat the dog piss, Jesus Christ, beat the piss out of Jimmy. All of this is just looking like people will bring up Sammy and Gunther a couple years ago for the IC title and look at it the same way. I don't know if Triple H will pull the same trigger because that's what this is. It's literally the same story, just a little bit different. And I honestly, I wouldn't mind seeing. I mean, fuck, he needs to have the WrestleMania moment, but we've also seen the moments happen the day after WrestleMania, which it sucks to say. I will openly admit it sucks to say, but that's the biggest thing that looks like he might not get it.
Yeah, I think I'm kind of with you on that one. I said last week that I think the way to continue to keep this upward push of Gunther is to have him beat Jay at WrestleMania. You know what I mean? Like, again, like you said, Jay deserves it. Jay is the number one. He's number one face in the company right now. Like, he's moving more merch than everybody in any company. So, I mean, that would be the feel good story. But I feel like this year is going to be, whereas last year was kind of like your end game moment. I feel like this year is going to be your Infinity War moment where everybody's just going to be like, oh, so it's just all bad guys winning all the time. All right, cool. We're just going to go with that. Because I do see Cena beating Cody. Like, as much as people don't want that, you know what I mean? And as much as Cena looks like a loose bag of skin, he's going to get that championship, and he's going to beat Cody Rhodes. Like, I feel, for some reason, I'm feeling heel. Well, not for some reason. I'm feeling heel Naomi real bad. And so, like, I think it's going to be, I think she might get help from Bianca and beating Jade, like, and it's going to show that Bianca kind of masterminded that whole thing. Like, I feel like that's going to be a way more intriguing story because the buildup has always been Bianca versus Jade at some point. So I kind of feel like that's the way we start that narrative and get that story rolling. Another thing that I'm really looking forward to is the rise of Jacob Fatu. Like, y'all know that I've been over LA Knight for a while. I know he's an area guy. Like, he's from Maryland, and you're supposed to support people from around the way, but also that's enough. I'm good on that. Like, all right, but like I'm ready to see the dude who's dog walking people just take off and go into the stratosphere. You know what I mean? Because he is the next really big star, the next big superstar in WWE. Also, that 4-way for the Intercontinental Championship, that's another one that has my interest peaked. I want Dominic Mysterio to win.
I want Dominic Mysterio. I want Dom to win it, and I want him to pin Balor. I want him to pin.
Yes, absolutely. Like, I feel like Dom deserves it. Like, and it's just, that's gonna be the way more intriguing story. Like, it's that, like, that's the way to reignite Judgment Day, because then you can have Finn, and if JD comes back for the Raw after Mania, you know what I mean? Like, then you can have
that nigga's not coming back no time soon.
Well, he got a punctured lung.
He got a punctured lung, bro. He's not.
Well, yeah. But I mean,
but Malachi Black is on deck.
Yeah. He is, and that there you go. Like, see, again, there are more interesting angles if you kind of split the, like, it's already those seeds are already being sown. So I feel like that's the way to, like, just get it going right there. So I'm really interested in that.
Can I interject this real quick? I'm sorry, real quick. I forgot about the LA Knights Jacob Fatu situation. I'm actually upset about that match.
Okay.
Because it's not, I don't want it to be LA Knight Jacob Fatu. Give me the match we supposed to get. Give me Solo versus Jacob.
Yeah.
Well, they gotta build that though.
It's there.
It's there, but they haven't gone through the weeds just yet. They still let them cook. Let them cook on that.
I get SummerSlam is available too to do it. Finally, pull the trigger on it. And yes, Jacob having the U.S. title will be something that makes, saying that'll do the whole jealousy thing. But again, rehashing, recycling, because it's the same fucking thing we're just talking about with the Intercontinental title.
Mm-hmm.
If Dom gets it, pins Finn, now it's the turmoil of Judgment Day. if Jacob Batu beats LA Knight with Solo and Thomas' help, whether he wants it or not, now Solo feels like, yo, you should let me get this. I'm your tribal chief. Let me get this or something like that.
Yeah.
This match is, that man ain't said, I love you, Solo, in about 3 months. That man ain't said, I love you, Solo, in about 3 months. Let that man snap. I just felt like, it's you don't stop disrespecting LA Knight. That's the homie. But I do think the problem is there are so many stars.
Mm-hmm.
There's so we haven't been able to say that in so long. There's so many stars right now.
Yeah, like legitimate.
First off, we gotta give a shout out to Jay and Naomi for not only being the first women. What is in that?
Go ahead, just keep going. Go ahead, do it. Say what you gotta say. Go.
First women to not have a title shot, to have an actual singles match in WrestleMania. Period.
Yeah.
Never mind this of their first black women. They're the first women. Period. So we got to give a shout out to that. I'm intrigued about that. Also, when I'm kind of pissed off about why the hell ain't the Street Profits defending their championship at WrestleMania? I mean, if we look at it for real, Raw hasn't had the tag titles are just at this point. It's just these two guys over here.
Neither tag titles are going to be on WrestleMania. Neither Raw nor SmackDown.
No. Hold on. No. Actually, New Day versus War Raiders. Oh, yeah. New Day versus War Raiders.
They're both going to be pre-show. That's what I'm saying. Both the tag titles are going to be pre-show.
That tells me Vince is staying around in the background, still talking shit and pushing buttons. That's what that tells me.
Because you already have Street Profits. They're defending their title on SmackDown. And I mean, it's just like, damn, like we finally got them to pull through for 4 long years. And when they finally, like, they are showing, like, the tag team division on SmackDown is actually showing something. Why can't we actually put them on the actual show? You telling me you can't fit them for like 15, 20 minutes? I mean, it's what they said. It's going to be 9 hours each day for WrestleMania, including the pre and post show. So we got like 4 hours to go ahead, and 4.5 hours to go ahead and pull off the show.
It's a lot of stuff they got to do. It's a lot of stuff. They still, and I hate to admit it, they got to get their promotions in. They got to get their marketing in. Shit fills up. Go ahead.
I want to agree with you, but I'm with Herb. Here's the problem. That match, they've been building up a 5-way tag team match for God knows how long for the WWE tag team titles. You should not tell me it should not be Profits, DIY, Motor City Machine Guns, Legado del Fantasma, and my Dark Horse team who should have been got them fucking belts, Pretty Deadly.
Yeah.
It should have. It's when I think the problem it has become just what you said, Trey. Now that we are in this full TKO era, we are full advertisement more than anything. You have 2 nights, and you've only announced 13 matches out of 2 4-hour shows. That is, you can now do. I don't look. I get it. You can't put everybody in matches. The biggest mistake, more than just the Street Profits, is the women's tag team title. There should be no Lyra Valkyria should not be teaming with Bayley to have this. You figure out something. There's a bunch of other women out there that could have been challenging Raquel and Liv. Lyra should have been in the Lyra Bayley thing. Should be a series.
Exactly. I mean, the fact that you're not even you trying to make this IC, but this women's IC belt prestigious.
No, they're not.
You can't because you ain't even. Who else have you been putting up with this title?
They're not trying to make it prestigious at all. They're not doing that with the IC or the US title. Like Chelsea Green is having a better run, but yeah.
Yeah. Here's the question. Let's do this. If I can break the mold and the flow real quick for a hot second, please. If not, tell me shut my black ass.
Go off.
Besides our top talent, we know who they are on each show. Now, who's not in top talent that doesn't have a match? Exactly. Exactly. Because it's WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Right? And you've done the thing that's the negative for them has been their biggest drawback has been their biggest positive. We always say they don't uplift and push nobody. But look at everybody we're talking about.
Yeah.
We don't even have to touch the 2 main events. That's a given.
Yeah.
The triple threat main event, and then Cody and Cena, a given. We know that what that's going to do. You had 3 women in Io, Bianca, and Rhea. Something had to give, unfortunately. Because everybody thought it was Bianca Rhea, but then for some reason it was like, hey, what about Io Sky? What do we do with her? Right?
Yeah.
Then you look at, okay, Tiffany Charlotte. I don't see no other women in the WWE Women's title. Yeah, I don't see anybody else in that. Okay, that's fine. That sits there, right? The U.S. title. Do something with Solo and Tama. But the problem becomes, you do something with them, but then the problem becomes, all right, so what do we do? Do we throw them all in these matches? Because now I have never seen so many triple threats and multi in WrestleMania. On WrestleMania.
Yeah. That's
because
crazy.
There's so much top talent. It's like, what do you do? So it's like, yeah, we got the tag situation. Lord knows I want Montez and Dawkins to get to shine. I do. But now we got a 5-way match? Because you just sent it to the machine guns and you're still like, but you need to add these people who've added to. It's like I'm praising Triple H and hating Triple H at the same time for his booking decisions. But it's like when you look at, all right, are we trying to have, answer this, are we trying to have 10 matches each night? Because
we can't, that's Vince era shit. That we can't, because they'd be 5-minute matches.
I can't deal with back-to-back AEW pay-per-views.
That's what I'm glad you said it. Because unfortunately, it sucks to say. Unfortunately, that's how you're going to get that. So Raw tag team titles are going on one pre-show night. SmackDown tag team titles are going on the other pre-show night. We already know that Andre the Giant Battle Royal is going on SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
But now you got all this talent that doesn't have anything. I mean, look, is Sheamus hurt? Is Kaiser hurt?
No.
Because why? Guess what? Guess where they supposed to fit into? Where were they supposed to fit into?
I see.
Yeah.
IC title.
But
so
they also
got a 6.
Yeah. They also haven't been pushing that.
6,
so
right. But it was that was this big thing, because remember, then you had this whole Kaiser Braun shit. I mean Breaker shit.
Yep.
You had this Kaiser Breaker thing you was doing. You kept putting Sheamus in there. You keep teasing Sheamus getting it. You got so much. We built up so many stars. The problem is, unless we want 2 AEW pay-per-views, because everybody would freak the hell out if the majority of matches were more than one-on-one tag matches. And literally, that is the problem we have right now. If you look at the WWE, the way they built the titles and the stars, everybody's intertwined.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Triple H, and I'll say this one last thing, and I'm sorry for Bogart. My apologies for sincerely.
Right.
Triple H did say it. He said this at a press conference 2 years ago. People keep thinking WrestleMania is the end. It is no longer the end. We always was looking at WrestleMania as the culmination, and that's because we started that shit with the Royal Rumble. Goes to the main event. It's the road to WrestleMania, and that is where you end this thing, or whatever you've been building the year after Mania to Mania. But now, this may not be the case, which, again, that Triple H line lets me know, like I said earlier, Jay Uso may not get this.
Yeah.
At WrestleMania.
Yeah.
He might not get it till Minnesota, till SummerSlam.
Or
might not get it till SummerSlam.
Or they do another telling the story like they did with Cody, and he waits until the following WrestleMania. That's a possibility too. But one last thing. What'd you say? Well, one last thing before we go.
I was saying, as far as like just the drug, because we noticed that Jay's build up to WrestleMania, so WrestleMania was just so. But then after seeing Jimmy get his ass whooped, and then like when you came in there, he usually comes in with the bright colors and all this shit. The motherfucker came out in black and was just like, "You're not gonna speak. I'm gonna dog walk y'all." He basically came out there saying, "I'm gonna beat your ass. You better pray to whoever it is you pray to." And he gave like, okay, that was like shit. This gonna be it. maybe it's just because I'm a big Jay fan. I'm looking forward to him like go. You can do that no heat shit. I don't care, but I really would like to see him go ahead and Gunther get his comeuppance. I would like to see that, but I mean, but I'm also looking at what you guys are saying. It makes sense. I don't know. Maybe I'm hopeful to see this. Everybody was shitting on him for winning Royal Rumble. I want him to get a shot.
So I was gonna say, so nobody's excited for El Gigante Americano versus Rey Mysterio. Nobody excited about that? You know, mask versus mask.
I'm not excited for a large coffee versus a Hall.
Wait, they got a match. They got a match.
They got a match.
Yeah. Yes.
They got a match. They're on the main card.
Hold the fuck on.
El Grande Rey Mysterio versus El Grande Americano.
And you know what? What's funny about this? That might actually be a banger match. Because Chad can go.
I'm looking at the card. Oh, I see it now. Okay.
Also, Sean Bradshaw Layfield tweeted out, so you mean to tell me El Grande Americano has a match and Chad Gable doesn't? We've got to do better in this country.
They're taking our jobs.
He said that? Oh my God.
Go
my God.
Go on JBL's Twitter. Go on his Twitter. Right there.
I'll look it up. Well, so for this, first and foremost, Jay, thanks for joining us here. We got to wrap things up. We appreciate it. You're always welcome here on Gamma Blerds. You know, whenever you want to come in, we're going to get this Bama's headphones fixed so we can stop quacking all damn day. But this is WrestleMania week. We're going to go into it. So next week, Gamma Blerds, we're going to be doing live streaming and watch along. You got to watch it on your own TV, but if you want to hear our commentary, you can watch along with us. That's what's going to be going down. And yeah, Jay, but before we go, do you have any announcements for yourself? Any promotions, anything, any tour dates or anything that you have coming up?
So check out the Mad Titan podcast, like the guy said. That's where I do all the talk about the Marvel and DC live action cinematic universes. Barbershop Talk for Nerds, so come on through that. If you are in Dallas on June 9th, I'll be at the Dallas Comedy Club out there, working on setting up some new dates on the road. I'm just writing on a bunch of projects right now, trying to knock that out. And if you want to help keep me from being evicted, please support my Venmo and Cash App, because the nigga finna lose his place. So that's the thing. All right, that's all I got.
We will put your Cash App in our Discord.
put me on the prayer list, please.
Absolutely, we'll do.
Prayer list.
All right. Well, thank you guys for joining us here at Gamma Blerds once again. We're gonna catch you guys next week. Make sure you join in and watch along, text along while we're doing the SmackDown and Raws. We'll catch you guys next week. Love you. Peace.